Well, hi guys, welcome back to the Kneady Homesteader channel, and we're back in my painted kitchen. I love it so much, you guys. This has been such a mood booster for me, being in my kitchen. Anyway, here we are entering into the end of summer. Canning season is among us. Soup season is next month with Souptember, which I will be participating in, and bread baking's coming back. I'm so excited. I really have not ran my oven all summer, so I am in the mood to get back to baking bread, and part of that is going to be giving sourdough another try. I love sourdough. I love baking sourdough. My family just isn't a huge fan of it. So we're gonna try again though. We've taken a few months off. We'll try their palates again and we'll see if we can't get them to love it. But in order to make sourdough bread, I need a sourdough starter. So that's what we're doing here. You guys know that I love to test sourdough starters out there, live cultures, dehydrated cultures. I like to try them all because some of you struggle making your own starter. I do have 2 playlists on making sourdough starter for those of you who are interested in making your own, but for those of you who struggle making it, I like to test these out. And today, I found a new one on Amazon. So we're trying a new one. This is from the Blue House Bagel Company and Cafe. And I believe that they are rated, yes, voted best bagels in the state of Connecticut. So this is their freeze-dried live culture of sourdough starter, unbleached, unbromated flour, fed and maintained, pH tested. And I will leave their website, bluehousebagelcompany.com, right here for you, so you guys can go check them out. This starter is 137 years of Italian sourdough starter. So I'm excited to give it a try. It comes in this packet, but when you open it, it comes with instructions inside. So for anyone out there that's new and nervous, they have a whole instruction page for you, along with a little code that you can open up on your phone. It says, "Congratulations, just brought home a piece of history. The old world sourdough starter has been lovingly cared for by the Blue House Bagel Company and Cafe. This starter, steeped in a legacy that traces back over 100 years, is now in your hands, waiting to rise and shine. Are you ready to bring it to life and bake something extraordinary?" This dehydrated starter is currently snoozing in hibernation mode, but with a little love, patience, and flour, it will wake up, bubble with excitement, and become your new baking friend. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and wake this up together. All right, let's get started. Okay, so I wasn't sure if they were going to have us weigh it or not, but they are using tablespoons. So that's what we are going to use. And honestly, in my experience with sourdough, it's not as like serious as some people make it. It doesn't have to be exact. So don't put that pressure on yourself. Okay, so we're gonna add the packet of the starter. So I'm using this little jar here. I will leave a link to this down below in case you are interested. We are going to open this up, and now we're just going to go ahead and put that sourdough starter right inside this little jar here. This little jar is created by Broad & Taylor, the same that makes my sourdough house that I keep my starter in. Okay, to this we're going to add 2 tablespoons of flour. I always like to level it off. So I'm just using all-purpose. I know some people like bread flour. I'm just going to use all-purpose here. Okay. And then it calls for 2 tablespoons of filtered room temperature water. I make mine a little warm, like a baby's bottle. Not too warm, but a little warm. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of water. And then we're going to go ahead and give this a little mixy. Mine is really dry, so I'm going to add a little bit more water. You want it thick like pancake batter. Like a thick pancake batter. Thin mine out just ever so slightly, little, like not even a quarter. On my sourdough, I always eyeball it. I always try to get it like the pancake batter. I mean, sometimes your flour is just going to be drier, and I have fresh flour too. I'm using, so okay, I'm going to try to scrape as much as I can off the side. I'm going to level it off, and then I'm just going to take my little band. They give you this little, it's kind of like a little rubber band. This is very low. And then we're just gonna put it just like that. Now, this does come with a cover. Honestly, I don't ever use this. I don't. So I'm gonna keep that off to the side. I'm gonna now bring you over to my sourdough house that I keep on my counter. And this is also a sourdough mixing tool that I love to use. So we're going to go ahead. I'm keeping mine at 78 degrees. I'm going to tuck mine right in. And we'll visit this in 12 hours. You can add a cloth or a coffee filter on top, but because mine is in the sourdough house, nothing can get to it. You don't want flies on it or gnats, or you don't want dust in it or anything like that. This is another reason why I love the sourdough house, because it's staring me in the face, so I can't forget about it. I have forgotten about my sourdough starter in the past. So it's here, it's visible for me, I don't forget about it, and it's kept safe. It's clean, and so I don't need to cover it. But if you're leaving it out on the counter or in a warm spot, you can go ahead and use the lid if you want to just kind of tilt it to the side. You want it to get the natural air, because it's going to eat off the air in your kitchen. Okay, so that, or like a coffee filter, like I said, a little piece of fabric, something like that. So we are going to tuck this away, and I'm going to come back in 12 hours. We're going to feed it again. So what time is it now? So I'm going to come back probably around midnight tonight, because it's noon now, and feed this again. But now I got this started, and you guys can look forward to some sourdough bread recipes, probably, I don't know, maybe in a week or two. It'll be a week to get this up and going and nice and strong. And then depending on the weather, you know, gets cool here in northern Michigan a bit faster. So as soon as the temperatures start dropping a little bit, I'm gonna get to baking because I have missed homemade bread, and it's just been too hot this year too. Air conditioning's too expensive, and I just cannot bring myself to running my oven, so I've been cooking everything out on the grill and the Blackstone all summer. So I look forward to baking bread with you guys, and I look forward to being in my new kitchen space. As I have refreshed everything, changed the lighting, I've decluttered, I've simplified my kitchen, and I'm really excited to be back in here come fall. So I hope to see you here. All right, guys, I will be seeing you soon. Until then, God bless and take care. Bye, guys.